What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and you're here for your daily Terraluna Classic update. We're going to be taking a look at the $1 burn mechanism and equally everything else that's going on with the project. Before we get into this video, though, do consider subscribing to the channel where we talk about Terraluna and everything related to cryptocurrency in the market nowadays. Also, we live stream 9 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. Eastern every single night where we talk all things crypto. Now, let's get into this. So 5935 is the current price of Luna Classic, up 2.63% on the day. Now, we did see a little bit of a breakout from the market. We have, however, seen some corrections. So you see Bitcoin there at 1.58%. At one point, we were about 6% up on the day. But Luna Classic is continuing this kind of sideways trend, although we have since sort of early hours of this morning seen a bit of a move. This is on the 2-hour chart, but then we have seen this. And I think we'll see this as this project evolves and it develops. And certainly, you know, there are a lot of people invested. A lot of people have lost a lot of money, so it's going to be quite volatile, which is why it's really important that the community that sit behind it and equally the new developers that have come on board do things correct. Volume at 480.571 billion, which is slightly down where we've been, and the average is coming down to 734.143 billion. So definitely starting to see some reduction in volume that's going through it, but at the same time we aren't seeing that across the whole market with inflation and everything else that's going on. So I don't think it's anything too concerning right now. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. This continuation of this Terra Rebels team, and you know, more stuff coming to the table with that. So you can see here, this is a post that was put out on the Discord around the agenda and how the Terra Rebels steering group, so another community funded or community built project, where we're going to start to just understand and implement what we think is the right thing. Obviously we have the Terra Station DAO that sits there, but equally these are just some discussions before that DAO puts on. So you can see the Terra Classic new release version 0.5.21, put pressure on the TFL to accept RPR, build a new release for the Terra Rebels repo. The second one, Terra Classic Validator Alliance. Now, 60 days from now, or it will be 59 days now, there will be additional validator staking rewards available. So that's going to incentivize those big staking rewarders, those big validators to sit on this blockchain and support the blockchain as opposed to the Terra 2.0. So I think it's a very smart move. Establish key functions with active leadership. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about leadership in a minute because there has been some developments in the Terraform Labs cases, but we can see we've got kind of this core team of developers, the Terra Rebels, that have implemented the 35% monthly tax, have implemented the 1.2% burn tax, and want to do more. So other areas that need discussion: a setup of a DAO and associated legal advice, funding campaign for the community validator nodes, financial expert to help design a new stablecoin algorithm. That's the only one I don't really agree with. We're seeing it with USDD at the minute, that is one of the other algorithmic stablecoins that is struggling to keep its peg. I think everything that's gone on, the volatility that can come with these sort of markets, for me, it's one thing we need to really stay away from. But other than that, I do think it's a good step forward in sort of what the community want to do. Now, I did say about big people getting involved in terms of burning. We have seen Mexc. Now, they've been quite a big part of the whole Luna since it collapsed. They were one of the first to reopen trading, are going to open a Luna USDT pairing, which I think is rather interesting. They also do have the recovery plan voting poll results, which are in, and they are now looking at burning. So you can see what Mexc are burning now. The last time this was updated was the 13th. I am hearing rumors that they've burned another 5 million tokens, I believe. But Mexc really starting to kind of move with the times. We can see the burn address here. That'll bring it up in terms of what's gone through it. You can see there. Now, it is better if you put it into the burn address wallet. It does give us a more accurate number of what's going through, which is just in here. We can see that we have had 14 counts of burn address tokens sent to it, 103 transactions gone into it today, and 105.29 million. So we are still seeing this move. We're still seeing Mexc trying to do what they can to reduce it, as well as the rumors that Binance are going to do the same. Now, I always think if you've got big exchanges doing it, potentially we're going to see it in some of the others. Now, I did talk a little bit about the team that sit behind it. So we have seen this crypto workers behind Terra and Luna are facing a flight ban in South Korea. Now, obviously, there is some big questions around Do Kwon and what he was doing, and equally probably some of his senior team. So they have been told they can't leave the country as this investigation goes on. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of it. We can see here the travel ban comes amid an intensifying investigation into sudden collapse of Terra USD, a so-called stablecoin algorithmically pegged to the value of US dollar. It turned out not to be so stable. Some of the hints of the travel ban emerged on Twitter, where Daniel Hong, a former Terraform Labs employee, posted that he hadn't been allowed to board a scheduled flight to New York City. Korean outlet JTBC reported the same day that another person, one of the primary designers behind Terra USD, was under a travel ban. So clearly, you know, South Korea want to understand it. They want to make sure that people are paying what they should be paying. Ultimately, if there has been a tax dodge, it's a significant amount of money. I do think, however, it then plays into this evolvement of the community DAO and the people that are going to fund it. So I think if you really think about what we've got a couple of burn mechanisms to really start to deflate the token. We need to see the volume stay high for when these launch on the blockchain. We then will start to see it significantly move. We've got Mexc burning, and the big question, Binance, why is he stacking so much? I worked it out earlier, it's about $130 million currently sat in the Binance main wallet. Doing what exactly? That's not even the deposits or the trading wallet. That's just the main wallet that Binance has. So lots of questions, but equally lots of step forward continues to come. So if you do like this sort of content and you are liking the Terraluna content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give it a thumbs up because it means a lot, and I know you guys like these videos. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one.